Warning: the following podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The views and events depicted in this podcast are not based on fact. Do not try anything you see or hear in this podcast at home. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the MrPickupTrucker podcast with the Transporter, Horner's Corner, and Cows and Tiffers.
All right, guys, welcome to the MrPickupTrucker podcast show. Today, our episode is sponsored by the Transporter YouTube channel. So go over there and make sure you're subscribed and make sure that you check out the Shopify account, get your t-shirts. I also have the 7-pin adapters made up. So there's DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee, and Bauer. So those power your front jacks. So like if your 12-volt battery's dead or weak and your truck's not making enough power, you can run your jack up and down. Or if you're in multi-haul, you can run the jacks up and down for loading and all that.
That's handy.
Yeah. You haven't seen those? You got to check
No.
that out. You might need it.
Why didn't you give me one yesterday?
Because you didn't bring any meat.
He doesn't take mistakes.
So this episode, we got Justin with Cows and Campers. We got Steve with Horner's Corner. And then we got the famous Casey with Fair Winds and Following Seas. And Fair Winds is a channel that I started watching probably 6 years ago. Before I started RV Transport, it was him
100%.
and a few other guys. And
Yeah,
I
me
blame
too.
them.
Yeah,
I blame
Casey,
them
this
for
is
being
your
stuck
fault.
here.
This is all your fault, bud. You did
Yeah.
this.
Yes.
So Mr.
And,
Pickup Trucker podcast is my fault.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, in a roundabout way, 100%.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Between you and
Yeah.
C Farmer, you
So,
guys did bad things.
Yes.
Yeah. So I watched those guys to learn, how to do it and the pay and, if I could make it work for me and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool to go full circle. And now we have Casey here with us and we get to pick his brain. And so this is going to be a interesting podcast and we're all excited for it. So
100%.
while we're waiting for people to get in here, we're going to go over some of the comments from last week's video. And so I'll just start off with the first one.
I have
I
one
clicked
pulled
on
up.
the computer and now
See,
I moved.
I have one pulled up right now, Seth from Dozer.
Okay.
Is it
Go
possible,
ahead, Steve.
if and when you break down, to use a multi-haul guy to get where you need to go because of catastrophic failure? So basically they're saying if you break down the side of the road, phone a friend and have a multi-guy bring you home. And yes, it 100%. Yes. I don't know the logistics side of it. I don't know if any of you guys do, like if you got to get a BOL for them to be legal or if you just but
So I have never heard anyone say that you have to get a BOL because at that point you're not doing it under commercial terms. Now, if the transporter was so kind as to pick me up, broke down, and I happened to slide him a little bit of money,
Yeah.
that's a gray
Yeah.
area.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only thing that I found with it, like I've hauled my dad's truck. And so what we do is we run it through the company with a BOL so that we're insured.
Yep.
And then, but we do it for $0.
Yep.
And then that way, if something happens, obviously, they're not going to pay for his truck, but like if something happens with other people involved,
Right.
we have it covered.
Yeah.
Now I've also used my trailer to go pick up cars that I bought or whatever, and that's on your own thing, but that's how we worked it.
Work it.
Yes.
And then Dozer had another question. He shot us like 5 or 6 good questions. Have you removed your OEM air intake and switched to Banks, etc., and did it make a difference? So personally, I have switched out 2A banks, and the only reason I did so was just for the easy of just swapping them out, right? I can, my air filter was like $40 or $50 to put a factory one in, and then at that point, it was like, all right, every few weeks you're putting a $40 or $50 air filter in. That starts adding up where I could just buy a secondary one. I clean it, swap it, so on and so forth. So I don't say it made any difference, but it definitely made it easier in the maintenance world.
So the 350 has an S&B and the 450 is factory. I can't tell a damn bit of difference.
Yep.
No.
Will I switch the 450 to an S&B? I doubt it. Maybe, but I doubt it.
Yep.
Just because
Yeah.
the oil-based filters, they gather a lot of dust, and I operate in a situation around the farm where there's a lot of dust around, and that oil-based filter will just eat dust. I mean, just
Yep.
eat it. And where the dry filter will actually filter it. And I've also noticed the oil-based air filters, when you take them off to clean them, the inside of your intake will just be coated with a layer of oil. Whether that's good, bad, I don't know, but
Right.
that's just what I've noticed. So
my personal opinion on that, and just about anything else, as far as for what we do for this job, my personal life, totally different story. But for what we do for this job, leave the vehicle stock. Now, certain weight reduction things, totally different story.
Yep.
But as far as trying to throw any performance in, even if, well, actually, since it's happening, the DPFs are being unregulated. If I were to have a new truck and I remove the DPF and the EGR, there are companies that make tunes that are completely factory, 0 horsepower adder.
Yep.
But they remove all those emission components.
Yep.
That is what I would run. Leave it stock for what we do for work. If it was a personal thing, like when I get a power stroke, I'm going to have the sugar mama sitting there. I may or may not put a spicy tune and big injectors in her or have fun, because she has the A to B truck at that point. She's not out working. She's not making me money.
Yep.
I think the S&B intakes, because that was the topic, I think those are great products. They're amazing. But for the ease of the simplicity of use and I'm out on the road and XYZ happened, I can run into any O'Reilly's, pick up an air filter and drop it.
100%.
Correct.
Yep. Yeah. Anytime you throw anything aftermarket on, you could be sitting for 3 days just for shipping, because you can't run to a local part warehouse and get it swapped out. So,
well, like Ford or Ram or Dodge or Chevy, GMC, whatever, they have dealerships pretty much everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep.
In some instances, it might be a couple 100 miles away, but you can still get it.
Right.
Whereas if you have some kind of off-breed part, you might be, who knows, a week or whatever to get it, which would be real shitty.
Yeah.
My air filter is stock, but I'll run it for one oil change, and then I'll peel the cotton off of it and then run it for another oil change.
That's what I do. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like the ghetto version of it.
That cotton part catches all the black shit or whatever, and then when you peel it off, it's like a brand new filter, and you slam it back in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I just did
there
that.
You go on that one. And then Dozer has another one. We'll get back to the insurance one. The same thing based with your fuel filters. Are you running stock fuel filters, or do you switch them out to a fleece, air dog, etc.? Personally, still running all factory, fuel filters. I run AC Delco. I don't even run a cheaper one. I run AC Delco fuel filters.
I would now question, and this is the answer to this would determine my answer as far as that question. Is your lift pump in the tank or external?
Mine is in the tank.
I would switch it out. Personally.
Yeah.
I would go to an air dog or a FASS or a something, just because now your lift tank is external to the fuel tank. If you're out on the road and you have something happen, Fast and Air Dog and all that are pretty easy to get your hands on in most shops. Any big city
Yep.
you're at, someone's gonna have it on the shelf. You can replace it, and it's way easier trying to drop your tank on the side of the road.
Yeah. I actually had mine crap out on me. I can't remember what mileage, and I was in Ohio, and it gave me low fuel rail pressure, and I limped it home and slapped a new one in the tank and was good to go at that point. But,
What
I mean,
kind of
it's
truck do you drive?
Duramax.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we can all agree to disagree.
Hey,
it's got 600
like I said in the Discord, I think Chevys are great trucks. I love them. I think their diesel game isn't A tier.
Hey, I have 679,636 miles on this bad boy.
That is more than most.
It's my baby.
Yep.
That is more than most. That has definitely earned you.
That's why I have that room to run the lips.
We might be having an issue with the feed. I sent the link to my wife, and when she logs in, it just says waiting for us to appear.
I can see it.
And looking at the chat, it doesn't sound like there's people in the chat. Oh no, mine says waiting. I don't think we're live.
I'm looking at it on my iPad.
Are you?
Yep.
I can see the chat. I sent the link to my wife, and she logged in. It just says waiting for us to appear.
So we're good.
It's live on my site.
I had to get out and get back in.
Gotcha.
So what about you guys, Justin and Seth? You guys still running factory or fuel or?
Yeah, so I just order. I order through AmSoil, so it's just wicks, fuel filters, supposedly through AmSoil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Factory replacement.
On a Power Stroke, on a 6.7 in particular, the filter under the hood, all those connections are plastic. Okay.
Yeah.
And they are problematic. And if they crack while you're going down the road, it will burn the truck to the ground. I guarantee it. So, Fleece makes a kit that's stainless steel, and it switches it to a Baldwin spin-on filter. That particular improvement, I agree with. But over and above that, just factory. And then the S&S disaster prevention if you don't have a DCR.
Right.
So,
I mean, if anything, the main thing to look at is how easy is it to go out and get said XYZ. If you're sitting somewhere like I'm in a different country right now, is it easy to go get that filter? Is it not easy to go get that filter? That is the main name of this game, is how easy, when crap hits the fan, because it's not if, it's when, how easy is it to replace it?
Right. That's what I like. That's what I like about the Fleece system is they're Baldwin filters. So you can cross those to Wix, Napa, whatever. I mean, they are readily available anywhere.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Just like the S&S disaster kit filter. It's just a spin on. Yeah.
It's a Baldwin too, I believe. I think they come I think those come from the manufacturer Baldwin, but I could be wrong. But I know a Wix filter will go on there.
Yep. 100%. So
but if you have a 6.7 Power Stroke and you are not running the S&S disaster prevention kit, you are begging for problems.
Yep.
Yes and no.
Okay.
There is also a DCR kit, which I believe is better than the S&S.
Correct. Yes, you are correct. Yes. I have one of those, and I didn't notice any performance, but it starts better, and the fuel mileage is the same, horsepower is the same, all that stuff's the same, but like when you change fuel filters or when it's cold out or whatever, it does start. The 450 has a DCR, and it does start better than the 350.
And that pump is as robust as the CP3.
Yes, I think it's better in my opinion.
I mean, those pumps are like top tier. It's like the pump I have in my truck now.
Yes.
And I mean,
Yep.
it's not the same pump. Obviously, it's very different. But as far as the strength and durability, it's
Right.
top tier.
Yeah. I mean, it should go 1,000,000 miles. The DCR anyway. Now I've heard CP4s going 1,000,000 miles, but they also, what'd yours last, Seth? 20,000?
34, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
30.
I've heard of CP4s from like brand new trucks all the way up to, like you said, 1,000,000 miles. Did they put the fuel additive in it? Did they get good clean fuel
Yeah.
everywhere? Did they change their fuel filter? There's so many things
Did they prime
that
it
go
properly?
into it.
Yeah, that's what Casey was talking
exactly.
about, priming the other day. And these Power Strokes, if you don't prime them right, you can do some serious damage.
Those
when you change-
CP4s are as fragile as a Fabergé egg.
100%.
Yes.
So the quicker
they-
you can get rid of it, the better you are.
Yeah, and there is a process to priming a 6.7 Power Stroke when you change the filters. And if you don't do it right, it can cause, big damage, like $10,000, $12,000, like for real.
14,621.
Ask him how he knows.
There you go. Yeah. Yes.
So
nothing like learning the hard way.
Because I didn't prime it properly.
I mean, it happens. You probably didn't really know.
No, I knew. I was in a hurry.
Okay.
So it always air bubbles, got solid, and then would air bubble again. And I didn't wait for the second time. As soon as it got solid, I started the truck.
Yep. It does make a difference. It does make a difference.
I don't remember why I was in such a hurry that day, but I remember like I hit the button and the instant the truck turned off, I went, oh.
Yeah.
So Fairwinds, how long have you been doing RV transport?
August 1st, 2019 with a short break.
Nice. So did you start YouTube right away or?
Within a month and a half.
Okay. So did you do YouTube before this, or kind of was just like the first?
I had, so like if you go to my small channel, the Reset channel, it has videos from all the way back to 2014.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay.
But there was just like, look at this motorcycle. Blah, blah, blah. There wasn't a topic.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything. It was just, here's a clip from Call of Duty.
Back when that's when a lot of YouTube was that way, that a lot of people just put their kids or a dog or whatever.
Yeah. Look at this cool thing I did today.
Exactly.
Yeah. My first video was a motorcycle I was trying to sell, and I made a video to link it to Craigslist. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're old. You just said Craigslist.
I still use Craigslist.
Craigslist. Every one of you.
Craigslist is the spot.
I use Craigslist like crazy.
I did. Yeah. We sold a lot of hay and a lot of beef on Craigslist. There's no doubt. A shit ton. Yep.
Yeah. So, do you have any idea about how many miles you've done?
All together or just an RV transport?
Like RV transport, yeah.
So I'm just under 400,000 at Wave. And they pulled my Horizon miles.
Oh, okay. I was like, ooh, how's that? Well, okay, that makes sense.
And that's counting the Streetwalker and Rebound, which was multi-haul.
Yep.
And those are just my loaded miles.
Right.
And then I've got 87,000 miles on Sugar Mama since June.
Nice. So you're about 500,000.
Probably right about 500,000 RV miles, and then I've got right about a year and a half, maybe a little more, 2 years driving semi.
Yep.
And then I got a little bit of time as a heavy wrecker as well.
Nice.
Are you gonna Go ahead.
What got you to RV transport? Like why'd you decide that, or what?
So I got told that, hey, your spine is severely damaged. You're getting kicked out of the military. And I went, well, what can I do? Because I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there's not a great transition or correlation between the Abrams tank and anything in the civilian world.
Yeah.
Well, you're
So I
driving
didn't
a
really have
tank.
any
Got the
So I was like, okay, well, I don't know what to do. And then this video popped up, and it was some kid that had like 3 videos on his channel, and he's talking about making all this money doing hotshot trucking. And I was like, all right, cool. And I started flipping through there, and I found 2 guys that had pretty good channels. One of them is actually he was doing hotshot, and he's actually in our Discord group now. He's doing the RV thing now. And then another guy was doing the hotshot stuff and then moved up to semi, and not really sure what he's doing at this point. We had a bit of a difference of opinion in things and parted ways. I worked for him for a while. He was one of the semis that I drove. But I watched both of them, and I'm like, all right, I can do hotshot. You know, I've got this. What did I have? 2007 GMC 1-ton dually. I think it was a 7 or 8 or something like that. It was the LBZ.
Okay, 0607.
-7.9er LBY.
Yeah. The only reason that I remember it was LBZ is I'm looking for something on YouTube, and that's how I found the guy that was doing the hot shot with the silly amount of miles or money, because he had an LBZ. So I was just on YouTube looking at LBZ stuff and came across that, and I was like, all right, cool. So I'm getting ready to get out of the military and you know, setting up my business and doing all this stuff, and well, I'm gonna go buy a truck. And I went down and I bought probably the worst thing you could possibly buy for commercial use.
Yep.
And then I realized I didn't have any money to buy a trailer.
Oops.
And I tried to get a business loan, and because I didn't have any business background, they denied my loan, so I couldn't get a trailer.
Yep.
So now I've got this really, really expensive truck with a really expensive payment. At that point, my truck payment was higher than my mortgage. And that was I put $60,000 down on the truck, and it was still higher than my mortgage. And I didn't know what I was going to do, and I was panicking. And a buddy of mine's like, well, hey, have you thought about RV transport? And I went, what's RV transport? So get on YouTube and start looking up videos in that, and came across that one channel that we were talking about on the phone earlier. And you know, the guys up there are, RV transport's terrible. There's no money. You'll go broke. This is awful. Blah blah blah. And I went, yeah, let's do that.
Me
too. Like
too.
the perfect thing to put all of my eggs in.
Yes.
There's a lot of there's no money in RV transport videos. That's for sure.
But there's also how many
And-
people
and
doing
as I
RV
told you, I
transport.
think that comes down to being poor at business.
Yeah.
And by all means, I made my mistakes. As I talked to you, 3 Harley payments, and because I wanted something stupid, I got a Dodge Ram with a Viper engine, and I had a payment on that. And then I had a brand new Jeep, and I had the payment for the truck that was making me all the money. And I had all these things. I was all on credit. I put 0 down on all 5 of those vehicles. The only thing I put anything down on was the Streetwalker. Everything else was 0 down. And I had to hustle to make my payments.
Yep.
But I think there's plenty of money in this job, but you have to be smart about it. 100%. I mean, I have a completely different path as far as how I'm doing every single move this go around.
Yep.
Yeah, you're about to go to the desert.
Yeah, because there's no mortgage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Here you there.
Now,
that whole mortgage thing.
Right now, I'm 2 hours from the Hanson yard. I'm 3.5 hours from the Pendleton yard, and I'm 4 miles from the Nampa yard.
Yep.
And I'm gonna get rid of all that to go live in the desert.
I understand.
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So
it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my mortgage keeps going up and up and up. Like every year, it goes up $300-400 because taxes and whatever other reason the mortgage company wants to say.
Yep.
We're dealing with that here in Indiana. The property taxes are just stupid.
Yeah. So
I
I have a little equity in the house, and I mean not much, but I have a little equity in the house. I can sell it, buy the land, and get started on building my house. And I don't pay property taxes down in Arizona, so
There you go.
That's awesome.
property taxes is one of the big reasons why I can't be on the farm full time, because our property taxes are so far out of hand.
oh, I'm sure.
Property taxes and insurance are the two reasons why I have to have another job, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
It's a fun other job, though.
yeah. This is awesome. I love it.
Justin, he's talking about when you leave Indiana, just in case you didn't know. It's fun when you leave
It
Indiana.
is more fun if you leave that state.
Oh, okay.
If you go west of the Mississippi, it's way better.
I didn't know that. Are there roads out there?
There is, yes.
There's also not traffic out here.
What's the Mississippi? I'm not familiar.
It's a little creek.
Oh, okay.
Little guy.
Okay. All right.
Real quick, we do have a question from Steve about the CP4 pump. Steven Jardine asked, if you were to buy a new Ford, do you leave the stock CP4 pump until the warranty's up, or do you change it out?
Ooh, that's a catch-22 right there. I mean,
no.
You should.
Nope.
No. See,
not worth the risk.
While you're under warranty, you hustle and you buy that pump. And you know what? Buy a new set of injectors just while you're at it. And you're looking at $5,000, $6,000 to get injectors and this pump. So let your warranty be there as your safety basket while you're getting your ducks in a row and have all these parts ready to go. As soon as that warranty's up, pull it, pop the hood.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that. Yeah, as soon as your warranty's over. But like otherwise, if you tamper with that motor and then all of a sudden, Ford goes, well, you put a different pump on there, you put different whatever, then they're going to be all cry and whine and try to get out of everything.
See, I went the exact opposite with that. On my 350, I had a problem with it, and Ford said like 8 weeks, and I was like, I can't park my truck for 8 weeks. And so I took it to the local shop and got it repaired, and then I started throwing parts at it. It's still under warranty right now.
I got a story for that.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I bought the Streetwalker under warranty, brand new. Well, she had 71 miles on the odometer, and I jammed it in gear and hauled butt to Indiana for orientation. The AC system failed within the first 4 months, 6 months.
Yep.
And I took it to the dealership I bought it at, and I was like, hey, it's under warranty. The AC's quit working, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And this is all in a way old video.
Yep.
And the lady goes, oh, well, you're at least 3 months before we can get you in. And I went, ma'am, it is June. And if you think I'm going to drive this thing without AC, you're nuts. Well, I mean, there's customers ahead of you. I said, who's ahead of me? Well, because it's an F450, that's a commercial vehicle, so you have to go to our commercial side to get any work done. And it's a big gas company. I can't remember their name. It's the dark blue, light blue, INT gas, pack gas, some natural gas company. And she's like, well, they have like 300 trucks with us, and there's like 30 of them that are in line for warranty work, and they're ahead of you. And I said, okay. And I'm on my phone, Googling stuff. And I said, okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to call Ford Corporate, and I'm going to tell them that you're taking a single truck business and telling me that I can't work for 3 months and I can't feed my family and pay my bills and put a roof over my family's head and pay my utilities because this company has 100 trucks waiting in line to get work done and you refuse to touch mine. Well, by golly, they got me in that day.
I bet they did.
Yeah.
I bet they did. Yeah.
Just for the record, all I heard was that was 101 Fords that were broken at one time. Just in case anybody was catching that part of that story. 101 Fords. Okay.
Hey, Seth, Seth, what was that truck we saw broke down yesterday? I can't remember.
That was one. That was
Denali.
Yeah.
So actually, here's a topic, and it was put on the Mr. Pickup Trucker podcast YouTube short. Using the vehicles as a tax write-off.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
The forbidden word. Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about
it.
Oh man.
Who's first?
I know nothing. I see nothing.
I write off mileage.
Yes.
So, it's whatever the cents per mile that year. I don't know what it is this year. 59 cents or.
I thought it was actually, somebody just told me the other day, I think in 26 it's going to 72 and a half cents per mile. Something goofy like that.
Yeah.
I use the miles because it never ends. If you use full on depreciation, once you're done, you're done.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So my tax lady screwed up my first year. Now keep in mind, I bought the truck in July and then put it to work in August.
Yeah.
I bought it in June and put it to work in August. Either way, it went to work in August. And I told her that I wanted to do depreciation, and she filed it as, or I wanted to do mileage, and she filed it as depreciation.
Yep.
And she depreciated the whole truck.
Yep.
Ooh.
Now,
same here.
Bright side, I paid 0 taxes that year, and I got a $9,000 tax return.
Yep.
Welcome to my world.
Is that what happened to you, Steve?
Yep.
So the next year, did you sell it to your new LLC?
That something may have happened.
Well, somebody needed to teach me that something, but yeah, I kind of had.
I tried to tell you, Bob, but
I kind of had the same thing my first year. So, like, if anybody asked me today, any of my new people, so the way I understand tax write off the truck and all that stuff, if you do mileage the first year, and the second year you need to put a motor, you can go to itemized and write off the motor.
Yes,
correct.
Mileage. But if you start with the first year writing the truck off, you cannot ever go back to do the mileage.
Yes.
So yeah, that's where I'm at in this point, because it was going to be like, $6-7 grand or get $6-7 grand back type of thing. And we didn't have it at the time and said, well, I guess we're taking the write off. We'll worry about next year problem next year. And so that's where we're at. That's why people give me crap, because I've used a 20,000 or 25,000 mile AMS oil in my truck, and I change every 10,000 miles. Well, I got added protection, and I need the tax write-off.
Yep. Understand. But yeah, go miles. Do not do full depreciation. Just because you can write it all off in the first year doesn't mean you should.
No, should not.
Yeah. So, anyhow, that's my opinion. I'm not.
My first year, what helped?
Go ahead.
My first year, what helped was having I started mid-year, so I had like a W-2 from old job, and then and that was my best year for taxes ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't take any advice from us. We are not tax professionals. We have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah. We trust the other people that tell us what to
do. Yes. Don't look at me, IRS. Don't look at me. Stay away. My hands are up. Don't shoot.
What level plates are those?
Somebody's asking where Justin, how's your friend doing? That sounds like Don Johnson. Haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, Casey, he's been sick. He's been battling. He's got something nasty going on, and he's on the road, but he is not feeling good. So I don't know what he's got going on, but anyhow.
C Farmer says, I'm feeling like that's the topic of the podcast. How to keep a Ford out of the shop. And Steve's over there being real quiet. So Farmer's getting back into this. So that should be interesting. He's back to hauling campers
with another GM product, mind you. He's a
I'm sorry.
faithful person right there.
Here's the thing. Like, they all have their strengths. They do.
100%.
The Cummins itself is a great engine, The Cummins
Yeah.
is a great engine. Everything they put around it,
No bueno.
and then the fact that you can't disconnect the hubs on the front axle, so you're always spinning the axle, you're always spinning the drive shaft, you're always spinning the transfer case. The ball joints are the size of a Honda Civic.
Yeah. You were working on the front end of your truck the other day.
Which
And
time?
Well, I don't remember. But anyhow, I was watching that video and I was going, those ball joints and tie rod ends look like the same size as the ones on my Explorer. And that's on a whatever 3/4 ton, 1 ton truck.
3/4 ton, yeah. The 1 ton's the same size. And then the GM has their known injector harness issues. That's just a thing. They had massive DPF stuff. It sounds like they kind of got it cranked out, and it's okay now.
Oh yeah.
I think Horner can confirm that.
Yeah, I mean, only thing like the L5P, so that was started in 17 and it's up to current. I mean, it's like the injector plug. That's your main concern on these. A $60 part, and you can pretty much do any one of them within less than 30 minutes on the side of the road. It's like I will greatly take that over anything else that's out there.
Are you familiar with the ice pick repair?
Where you bend the tabs out?
No, you take an ice pick and jam it through the connector, and that's their known fix.
I've not heard of that one.
So I've had 2 Duramaxes.
That must be the older ones.
Okay.
Like, you ain't even got to take it off the truck. You just ice pick it.
Huh.
I've had a total 4 Duramaxes and never heard of that one.
It's a new one.
I had
Question
both of
from,
mine. So they went into severe limp mode. They call it like John Deere mode because it sounds like a whole tractor eating itself.
Yep.
And they both did it. One did it at like 140,000 miles, and one did it like 170.
Oh, geez.
And that was when I was like, all right, I'm never going to buy another Duramax. Like, that's just, it's not happening.
Yep.
Oh, I get that.
And then I got that Power Stroke, and I never had an issue with that thing other than the AC sensor.
Yeah.
And a wheel bearing. I had one wheel bearing go. Other than that thing ran great until I messed up the CP4 pump.
Yeah, the tailgate kept falling down.
Yeah, I just removed it.
What tailgate?
Drivetrain.
So Pops has a question. Hello, gentlemen. I know you all aren't leased onto the same companies, but do you find there are certain days during the week where more loads tend to get released?
Of the week, no. Of the month, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the week isn't a big deal. It's that end of the month push.
Well,
normally first of the month you're a little
the reload board pops off on Mondays.
Yep.
Okay.
And time of day. If you pay attention, there's a specific time of day. With Wave, it's like 10:30. Like 10:30 in the morning and like 3:30 in the afternoon. Usually.
See, Horizon doesn't have that. They're like they'll sprinkle a little in the morning, like Funtown loads come in the morning, and General RV seems to come in like in the afternoon. So they like kind of sprinkle gently throughout the day. They don't have like a big old push.
That's why you need to go blue so you can have a schedule up, whatever.
So the end of the month is when all the manufacturers have to push out their units and get rid of their inventory so they don't have to pay interest on the units. So end of month, you'll see a flood of hundreds.
And that's with every transport company.
100%.
Yeah.
And then the transport companies want them moved so they can get their money on the books for that month too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everybody wants the money on the end of the month. So.
Yep.
So somebody's asking me, would I step up to a bigger truck trailer combo? Or are you happy with what you got? Basically, are you missing hauls by not being able to carry as much weight? So if I had a CDL, yes, I'd go to probably a 450 and 4-wheel drive and a step deck. But with the truck I have, I don't think I want to go to a step deck with a 350 just because I'd have that temptation of hauling the extra weight and the truck just wouldn't last as long. But
true story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Casey, I have a question. Do you see yourself pulling a Shipshy again or not?
I chew on it every day, and I can't answer you. If you
I
ask
get
me
it.
today, it might be yes. You ask me tomorrow, it might be no.
I understand. I get it.
There's a lot of BS that comes with that, but there's a lot of pros that come with that. So it's like
No, there's one pro that comes with it.
money.
The amount of money. It's easier to park without that trailer.
Yep.
There's a level of freedom with not having that
Yes.
trailer.
Yep.
You get better fuel economy on your deadhead, not pulling that
Yep.
trailer.
Yep.
But it is way more stable in the wind. It is way more confidence inspiring on the road because you know there's a bumper around the camper. So when you're dealing with
Yep.
the less educated drivers, if they hit your trailer, they hit your trailer. It's not a damage waiver.
Right.
Yep.
And you get more money. So there's a little more stability, more confidence, and more money. Everything else is a negative.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
So-
my dream is to have like a haul and tow setup that, you know, you could deliver and still go to the Grand Canyon. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Or, you know, whatever stuff like,
Right.
you know, I could take my wife with me, go to California. We could deliver and we could still go visit family and not haul around a 53-foot trailer.
Yep.
Yeah. A haul and tow is still big, but like you could get to more places, you know?
Yep.
A haul and tow is still smaller than a pickup truck with a 53-foot Shipshy on the back of it. So
Well,
Yeah.
and then you get 3 campers. So what? You're 5,000 pounds a piece for the 20 footers or
Yep.
the 16 footers.
Yep.
4 or 5,000 a piece plus
Yeah.
what's the ship she weigh? 8,000 pounds.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're 4, 8, 12. So you're over 20,000 pounds
right.
Behind you.
actual weight on the back
Yep.
of a 1-ton.
Yep. Full sketchy.
It'll do it, but
Yeah.
you're eating up the transmission. You're working the hell out of that turbo. Your EGTs are high. I feel like the only way you can safely long-term do multi-haul is to get a semi. And at that point, you're baby that thing. That's a 2 million mile truck.
Right.
Yep.
You're pulling a third of its, gross out
Yeah.
weight easily. So
Now, and I'm not opposed to that. I mean, I'd go buy a truck and throw a Shipshy on it. And if that opportunity presented itself, I would probably jump on it.
Yeah.
But would I do it in a
Eh,
pickup truck?
Yeah. So like me, I'm staying under 26. So it's no
Right.
different than hauling, you know,
A camper.
a big fifth wheel or whatever.
Yeah, it's no
Right.
different for you for what you do, your trailer, your setup. It's no different than the one I just got off my back this morning.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody else we know may be doing something similar, but
He's
To
too
be.
scared.
He's too scared. Phil Johnson wants to know, can you haul multi-haul with a long bed F350 without a dually? Yes. There might be some companies that won't let you, and you probably need to call ahead and talk to the right people before you make that decision. Like if you're trying to decide on whether to buy a dually or not, just get a dually. But
Yeah.
I have seen single wheel
okay.
trucks doing it.
I thought you were talking about with the 53 foot. I'm like, no, you have to.
Yep.
That has to be a dual axle. But no, something like what you're doing.
Yep.
You could
Yeah.
get away with that. I misunderstood the question.
and a trailer
So-
like mine, you can pull with a single rear wheel
Right.
truck.
Ugly duckling.
Hey, you be nice. Me and old Brownie and the ugly ducky, we'll come over there. and
That
teach you
leads into a
lesson.
good question
Okay.
for single pulls. Single wheel or dual?
I'm a single wheel guy.
Because there is pros and cons to both.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, even if you go like I was trying to do a little live early, right? And a guy asked that question. If you go ahead and you just put a single rear wheel on a scale and you put a dual wheel, there's going to be a 500-pound difference. That's 500 pounds that you cannot pull if it's a big fifth wheel that, it could put you over to a ported plate territory. Should
Steve,
you?
how much-
That's a different
how mu-
story. But
Steve,
it's the
how much-
fact
how-
that
Now I
Go ahead.
can debate that, Horner.
Yeah, I can too.
Because of that single wheel, I can only pull just a tickle over 12,000 pounds.
Yep.
Because of my tire rating.
Right.
Yep.
And you're not going to have a better tire. An E-load range is an E-load range. So even then, I can barely touch 20,000 pounds without going over my tire rating.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and my rebuttal to that is, Steve, how much does your truck weigh empty?
I mean, like right now my scale's 9,800. Yeah, I mean, if you get a little baby truck, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying there's not options out there, right? I'm saying if you take a F450, or let's say a 350, F350 dual rear to an F350 single, you take or a 1-ton G, I mean, like, you got to take apples for apples. We're not taking the one-offs here. This is, it's got to be the standard, not an exception.
Right.
And it's just a weight to it. And yeah, I mean, there is going to be an exception to where, like, okay, your tire's only rated for so much. Is that trailer super tongue heavy or is it not? There's a lot of little things. But if you just go down to the nitty gritty, because most time DOT won't mess with you for a lot of things other than your tire rating, that, like, you're going to weigh a little heavier with that 1-ton dually compared to a single rear wheel 1-ton or a 2500 or whatever single rear wheel. So, not saying that and end all be all. It's just a personal preference on each thing.
Right, and you're not wrong. And I think you may have misunderstood what I was saying. I wasn't debating that at all.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But like, my truck weighs 8,000 pounds. With my auxiliary, it's like 8,300, 8,400. So by math, I could throw an 18,000 pound trailer off my back.
Right.
But my tires, at 12,000, I'm crossing that line. So I still have a lot of meat on the table as far as my CDL is concerned.
Exactly.
So for me, having that dual tire where I can get up and tickle 26,000 pounds, that's opening up a lot of doors. I mean, I was sitting in Indiana looking at 4 campers that I couldn't haul that paid really good.
Yeah.
But I had too much weight on my tire, and I have a fiberglass transmission.
Yeah, that does help too, yeah.
You have a what?
I have a fiberglass transmission.
Oh, yeah.
The old 48 RE.
No boy, no. Yeah, because, I mean, so I come from a background of single rear wheel pickup truck guys, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I bought the first dually, and everybody said I was crazy. And I thought maybe it was a little much. And then I started towing with it, and I was sold. I'll never tow with a single rear wheel pickup ever again.
It gives more stability.
Yes.
Now, the downside, you're wearing out 2 more tires.
You are.
I mean, there's give and take with everything in this job.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, and at that point, there's people you talk to who have a dually that they're running down the road, possibly when they shouldn't be due to wind, because they feel safe.
Yep.
Doesn't mean you're safe. It means you feel it. And then if something happens, you're on the hook for that camper. You're on the hook for that tow bill. You're on the hook for everything because you were driving when you shouldn't have been. So
it will give you a false sense of safety.
Yep.
That's true. That's a fact.
Here's a hot take. In this line of work, in single pole RV transport, there is no place that makes any sense at all for an F350 dually or any 1-ton dually.
What do you mean by that? Non-CDL?
Because if you're going to run a dually, run a 450. Now you get 19.5 tires. You're getting 100,000 miles out of your tires. You're getting better brakes. You're getting a wide turn axle.
Yep.
There is no place for a 1-ton dually in this line of work.
I can get 100 to 120,000 miles out of my tires. Proven multiple times over multiple sets.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
BMGs and Michelins are anywhere from 100 to 120,000 miles on this truck.
I'm going to have to get you to send me that tire information.
He also got stuck in his driveway.
Yeah,
hey, listen here. Sure in fairness, those tires had the 120,000 miles on them, and they still were 930
driving
seconds.
On hockey pucks.
No, now I have BFGs. They're good now. They're good.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
Poor decisions earlier in the winter, and yes, we've learned from those.
Learned your lesson and
Yeah, buy new tires before the winter
I don't
hit.
think there's a spot for a 1-ton dually in this line of work. If you're going to get a
Yeah.
dually, do a 450
Yep.
because you're on the smaller tires. They're going to wear out faster. You don't have the wide turn front axle or the tight turn front axle. You
Oh
don't
my God,
have
that's too
the
much.
upgraded braking system, so you can pull. You can throw a 17,000 pound camper off the back, but you don't have the brakes that are set up for that much weight.
Yep.
Whereas with the 450 you do, or the 4500 if you want to drive a Chevy.
Right. Well, those go to the big front end too, so those get to a whole different world. And
Yeah,
a
you
lot
get
of
that
people say
wide
that's
track
not
front
worth it in
end.
the Chevy. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So, I do want to go
Yep.
back to the Benefits of Bodkoff put on there. Single rear wheels go through the car washes all the time.
I have a pressure washer. I wash it in my driveway.
Well,
Yeah.
I have multiple.
Exactly.
I have multiple ones, so I can hit 4 car washes on the way home, so it looks good as we go.
Yeah.
So another big factor in single to dual is like my truck has 410 rears,
Yep.
where the single rear wheel trucks have, I don't know what they have. I mean,
You can go down all the way down to
373s
a
or
373.
yeah.
The new 10-speed Fords have like a 355 in them, and they will boogie empty.
Or
And if they,
even if you're not boogieing empty, now you're turning 1,500 RPM loaded.
Exactly.
And you're
yes,
just letting her chug.
Yep.
yep,
See, and like
Yeah.
for GM, that's where it's different. You're 373s across the board. The only difference between a 1-ton rear diff and the 3/4 ton is a couple bracing on it, and it's narrower because of the dually. So it's like gear wise and stuff like that. I think the brakes are a little bigger too. But like other than that, it's pretty much the same on my 3/4 ton as a 1-ton.
So this 450 has 430s
And
in
an
it.
S10, same thing.
Yeah, it's an S10 basically, pretty much.
Haters.
So this 450's got 430s in it, and you get much over 70 mile an hour, and your fuel mileage goes down real fast.
Yep.
So Rocket Man just said something. You can buy a free spin kit for the Ram. That's true. I
Yes.
was going to do that until I looked up the price of them.
What is that? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It gives you hubs on your front
Yeah,
axle.
your hubs won't aren't fully locked in
okay.
all the time.
Okay, like worn lockouts for a Ford or
Yeah,
something like
it's Yukon. Who has the polar bear for their mascot? Yukon, the axle company.
I don't know. I know that Yukon is one, but I don't know their mascot. So
It's a purple logo. It's got a polar bear. I think it's Yukon. They sell the kit. It's a couple $1,000s.
Okay. Okay.
I was going to put that on there and the ball joint elimination kit.
Yep.
Because Honda Civic ball joints.
Yep.
And then I didn't, because the price tag hurt my pocket and my brain.
Yep.
$2,200.
And 20 just for the hub kit is $2,200, and then the ball joint elimination. Huh?
$3,400.
$3,400. And then the ball joint elimination kit is like another $1,500 on top of that.
good Lord.
So
That's
you're $5,000
money.
into the front of this Ram to make it equivalent to a Ford.
Yeah.
Chevy, you don't have to do anything. Just saying. Just thought I'd put that out there.
Yeah, but your tie rods are made of fiberglass like my transmission is.
They are. I do have upgraded ones, yes, because they're like the size of your pinky. Yes, 100%. They could do like a pigeon toe. Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Those are
I mean,
cheap.
My transmission might be stronger than your tie rods.
Yeah, but replacements are only like $250 for bigger, better, faster ones. So hey, cheap.
Getting out to lock the hubs in is a pain in the ass, but it does let it free.
Yeah, but I'd rather have that than them constantly spinning like mine are now.
Yeah.
I mean,
mine free spin. I'm just saying.
Your
Mine
front
are like
differential's
trailer
MIA.
Yeah. You're missing some parts up there.
Mine's just 2 wheel bearings.
He's a SEMA truck. He's
and
got
a
that
spindle.
Bluetooth drive shaft.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right.
So Dozer asked us the other day, what scan tools are you guys using? And you
Bosch.
carry it with you all the time.
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
I used it today. Yep.
Broke Ford. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a Altel. It's like a $350, $400 scanner. It does what it needs to do, but it's not super expensive. And then I also run a Edge monitor. So if it's just a basic BS code, I can get on there and clear it going down the road. So always with me, always in the truck, easy peasy.
So if you have a 6.7 Power Stroke and you do things and stuff to it to make it healthier, you can buy a specific kit that comes with a thing called an Easy Link. And they have tapped into the Ford platform and done a very, very good job at managing the 6.7 Power Stroke. So that's what I have. In fact, I got it.
It won't show up with
Yeah.
your background.
Oh, it won't. Okay. But anyhow, yeah.
I have just a cheap Foxwell, $120 Amazon, whatever. It'll tell me most of the codes and I can clear codes, but I can't tune with it or anything like that.
I got a $70
just a pretty-
Bosch one that I bought in 2011.
Yeah, I mean, a basic one will get the job done for all the most
Yep.
of your stuff. There's just a few things where if you got to program something, replace something, like,
Right.
let's, God forbid, you need, like, I don't know about Fords, Duramaxes, they have an injector code. You got to put it in. You got to program that injector to make
Yep.
it run correctly. So it's nice to have that better one if need be. If you're that kind of mechanic, if you're hey, I want to clear a basic code or I want to see what it is, and then it's going to go to a shop person, by all means, spend the $20 on a generic
Get it.
cheap and do that.
Yeah.
Don't spend, if you're not going to use it, don't spend the $300-400.
Well, you need to be able to clear those codes on the road because you don't want to be running down the road and have a check engine light on and God forbid get pulled over and then he's like, oh, well, why do you have a check engine light on your
Yep.
dash? You know what I mean?
Or even lit mode. Nowadays with all this
Yep.
DEF crap, I mean, like I've talked to so many people with Rams, half a tank of DEF, driving down the road, according to their gauge. All of a sudden it comes
Yep.
up, service emissions. What, you got a scanner?
Yep.
No. Okay, well then I'm saying, go put some DEF in it. Just, I don't care what your
Yep.
gauge says, put it in there. They put it in,
Yep.
it goes away. They let the truck
Fixed
sit, it does whatever, makes it happy. But without a reader, nobody can help diagnose your issue as you're going down the road. You call me and tell me the service engine soon light, I'm gonna say, what's your code?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, don't have a code reader. I don't know how to help you. Sorry.
Yep.
Just
So,
put some
unfortunately-
electrical tape over the light. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Don't look at your dash. You'll be fine.
You guys ever went to go buy a car and the lights literally taped over and they're like, yeah, my dad did that years ago.
Back 80s. 80s
Years
and
ago,
90s
yes.
cars, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, my Chevy has a
Okay.
check engine light on. It has for years.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It still
I
keeps
can't make it
running
go
because
away.
it's probably some stupid sensor. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah, she runs like a champ.
Another question is, if the trailer you're pulling blows a tire and tears up the trailer, is that going to be taken out of your deposit, like your $1,500, $2,000 bond? Is that driver
The
damage?
answer to that depends on if you pull over and handle it or if you go to the dealership.
Yep.
And that came from the office of Horizon and Wave. If you pull into the dealership with it blown, you're responsible. If you pull over and you inform your company that it happened, change the tire, you're clear.
Yep.
But what if it damages the unit?
You're fine. But if you pull into the dealership with it blown, then you get hit with the damage waiver. But if you pull over and you change the tire, they don't care about the damage. I've had it happen several times.
That's good.
Okay.
I've only had one flat tire on the road, and as of right now, knock on wood, I changed it out, and I haven't got charged for a tire. So I believe what he says is correct at that point because I've never dealt with it.